believe it or not, almost every consultation call we have, our prospect that they later on becoming clients are like, we want modern, we want clean. We want modern, we want clean. And because that's the style that we do, so it's been so awesome to see how we navigate through the conversation, and later on we're bringing that design for them. So I just want to give you some tips of how we achieve from clients asking for modern and clean to all the way to the end result. The first one I would mention is really define modern, because modern can translate into different ways nowadays, because there's so many different styles, there's so many different furniture, there's so many different kind of materials in the market. But if you really know what modern means to you, then it's super easy to communicate that with your designer. So to us, modern means open, means declutter. Modern means warmthness into the design that is very minimalistic. If you go to our website, simourdesign.com, you see our design has a twist of comfort to it. So especially in medical space, don't go for something that is super cold. We always create a warmth into modernness, and the other elements to it is creating it timeless. We love to create something that for years it lasts, and also to be durable. Let's say flooring, you just wipe it and it looks awesome. It doesn't require a lot of maintenance. You gotta focus on what you're good at, which is serving your patients. Maybe the definition of your modernness is different than what your designer or your team is gonna translate to. The other tip that I want to say is, this just a very common thing that everyone knows, Pinterest. Like you go and look at it, but don't confuse yourself. Always when you look at on Pinterest pictures, look for one element. What do you love about that specific element? And keep it up to 3. If you keep adding more stuff, more I would say favorite things to that like mood board, then it's gonna really slow down your process. Let your designer to give you some creativity. With us, we try to stay away from it. We don't do a lot of inspirational. We want to we have a lot of questionnaire talking and understanding. Sometimes our clients share what they have if they already have it. We don't give them necessarily a homework or kind of like an interactive relationship of like, okay, like what do you like on Pinterest? We don't do that. But sometimes our clients have it, but we ask like, what do you specifically like about that image, right? Because there is a feeling into every image, but if you know what do you like exactly about one part of that image, it's gonna really help you to aim it, and your design team can really help you to develop that in the full spectrum. The last part that I want to talk about is go for the feeling. When you say modern, describe your feeling, because there's a feeling of openness and clean, but what is that feeling you want to create? So my example would be, or the question you should ask yourself is, when my patients are sitting in the waiting room, how do you see them, or how do you picture when they leave your office, how do they want them to feel? When you create that, it's like as you're working yourself backwards from the end result to the beginning part. And that's a really successful process to create an awesome, which modern and open and clean space.